up, don't they? Which I'm sure you'll relate with. And then I just, started going for it. Essentially, I was having like cans of tuna for lunch, skipping breakfast, cutting my carbs, like you said. Like I would literally not eat any carbs at all. And I guess because I had this 21st birthday coming up, I think I was subconsciously thinking about that, and then it sort of culminated that in my first year of uni. But I think it's the compliments. You're definitely driven by other people saying you look amazing. But now I look back on it, like I think everyone's like, you look amazing, but I'm not a natural size 6. So when I picked up these shorts, I was like, these are absolutely minuscule. And I knew that I was controlling my calories. I was so fully aware of it that it was quite scary, actually. And it's like, I'm not that way. I will never be that way. I'm a curvy girl. I've got boobs. Like, I've the slowest metabolism, thanks to my Hopkins family. So yeah, I just, basically, I think the main two things for me with those two ages was control. So I lost all control and self-respect for myself when I was 18. But when I was 21, I was hyper aware of myself and just wanted abs and to be this size 6 girl. But yeah, I don't think I was ever unhappy on anything or like either spectrum. It was just a case of it took over my life. It should have been a thing that I was thinking about 24/7.
Well, what you said about control, I think that's the word we've got to highlight here. Like, having control of your body and your emotions is such an amazing thing to have. And when you feel like you've not got control of it, that's when things start to take over.
Absolutely.
Like the mentalities you have and the habits you have, that's when they start to get on top of you and take over your mind and your body.
Yeah,
and that's exactly what happened to me too. Like it's the having control and taking control of things.
Yeah, and I think now, do you know what? It doesn't matter if you're in a relationship or not, but I think from our point of view, we've got partners that would love us either way.
Yeah.
And when I got into a relationship, bloody hell, I was like, I'm eating more takeaways, and you're just comfortable, aren't you? But I think they just sort of let you think, Emily, shut up, like, or you know, whatever. They'll just be honest with you, won't they? Which is really good. But you've got a supportive family, and I have as well, and yeah, I just think it's just a case of getting older, isn't it, and realising your sort of mistakes, I guess. But yeah,
I think it's so good to have a supportive system around you. When I was going through that negative time, I filtered out a lot of people in my life, I will say. When it actually comes back to you talking about friends, because I was thinking about my current friends, I did actually lose quite a few friends in the process. But for a good reason. Like, I look back and I think we weren't, not that they were a horrible person, but we just weren't meant to be friends at the time. I was in a toxic relationship as well, which I came out of. And when I came out of the other side when I was about 20, I was like, big weight lifted. And the people I have in my life still from those times, you know, they are the most amazing people, like friends, family, like they are incredible. And I just feel like bringing them with me makes me love them even more. So, I think having that support system is great, and having James now, like, he is just an angel. Like, you know, it doesn't matter if I've just woken up or I've glammed up. I don't think
that's the thing, isn't it? I don't know about you, but I've actually heard quite a lot of my friends before have said their partners or the prospective people they're dating or whatever have mentioned their weight and things like that, and as soon as someone has said that to a friend or someone I know, I'm saying, get rid of them. How dare they talk about like that? I don't understand stuff like that, and I think it's so toxic. But yeah, that's a whole other avenue I feel like we could go down with relationships.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so should we talk about our questions to each other? Then we can. Do you know what I've just realised on lives? You can't see your battery. It's really freaking me out.
Oh, I managed to charge mine quite a bit.
I was on 80%,
but I'm scared now.
Hopefully not. We've had some really nice comments come in as well. So someone said, Emily, I can relate to you. I had a period when I was eating junk food and a horrible impact about the perspective on my body. The one thing I would say about, I don't like calling it the fat period, that's not the right thing to say, and the large period when I was overweight, is everyone remembers that period of my life more than they did when I was slim. That period of my life was probably about 11 months. And it's like, they were like, oh, you were huge. And it's like, actually, that was only for less than a year of my life. And I'm nearly 27. Like, it's quite bizarre, isn't it? I think
is.
it's quite a dramatic change. But yeah, I totally feel you. That's, yeah, it's, I don't know. Maybe because I guess if you're stressed or you're in a bad place in your life, it can kind of just, you're like, I'm going to get another take, or I'm going to eat unhealthily, and just not, you're not like with it, are you really, in your own space?
I know, it's a stressful time. I've seen another comment as well from food chain, the same, friends' houses were the worst for me. I'm guessing that's about me talking away from and eating away from home. Me too. I remember sitting down at the dinner table and being like, I'm embarrassed because I don't want to eat this, but I couldn't physically eat it. It was
what did you do at parties? You know, you mentioned when you were a kid, did all the adults kind of say, like, this sounds really mean, but like, oh, Hannah's coming again, like, oh.
Always, I always had it like, oh, do you not want anything else? I can get you something different if you want. I was like, oh, I'm not hungry. And I guess it got to the point where they were like, fine, can't force it. But
that's so sad. Oh, bless you. So should I ask you some questions then? So my question was, what effect does the media, so like magazines or like online articles or whatever, and Instagram have on your body?
Okay, so I've made some notes because I wanted to bring up the shake related thing.
Yes, definitely do.
This isn't relevant for now, but when I had the kind of addiction to losing weight when I was about 17, I remember there was a really big company at the time, and it was kind of when Instagram was just starting up, and it was when celebs were promoting a lot of shake based companies, and there was one company which I won't name and shame, but they had billboards everywhere in London, all over the sides of buses, all over the London Underground. Everywhere I looked, I could see this, and I thought, what is this? Like, I've never heard of it. And it was like the picture of this perfect, let's say it in like kind of inverted commas, model with not one bit of cellulite. She had the most tiny tummy, like this is what has helped me achieve this body. And I was like, oh God, I need to do this. I need to get on this hype. So I spent all my money at the time, and I was like working in the shop, and I bought loads of this shake stuff. And where
did you buy that from? Is it Boots? Obviously,
it was online. I had to order.
Yeah,
but it was expensive. And when I ordered it, I remember being really excited, and I tasted it, and it tasted like crap. Like, it was disgusting. And I thought, how am I going to do this? Like, but I was completely like engrossed by it. Like, the media they had me wrapped around their little finger and made me believe that this was the only way to lose weight. And I think that was the main thing that I remember being completely engrossed in the media by. And I think it's really bad that companies use these words like skinny, and you know, like to use it in their products, like this will make you skinny. And I think that's why do you want to like target that to people? And you know, I just think it's really dangerous when people get addicted to these products because there's no nutrition in them. There's nothing in these products,
and it's such a short-term thing as well. I know my friends have done juicing or similar things, and they'll put all the weight back on. If you were wanting to lose a stone, you might put back 2. It's not teaching yourself how to eat healthily at all, is it? It's not.
No, that's the thing. Like, I think eating healthily with actual food is something I'll always preach now. Like, you know, even like having a bowl of pasta, it can be healthy. Like, it is healthy. Pasta's
chuck loads of veg in it, can't you?
Yeah, and I think back in the day, like, I just thought pasta was the devil. And that makes me really sad. But
you know what? I reckon it's portion control as well, isn't it? Because obviously, if you've got a ginormous bowl of pasta with loads of cheese on it, and you've sat around for the last 3 days and not done anything in lockdown, then maybe that might not be the best meal to fuel you. But if you have it with veg and like a decent sized portion after a workout, or it's like I completely agree. It's so carbs and not the devil, 100%.
Exactly. And that's like just the media kind of playing on vulnerable people, in my opinion, you know, using these terms, and especially that campaign that was out a few years ago. I think a lot of people know who I'm talking about, the company, but
we won't say it.
But now